All right, it's December. Routines, they were good while they lasted. Holidays love to come and just machete chop, massacre all our hard work. All those glorious routines. I guess all that consistency talk was a load of malarkey. What even is malarkey? Well, let's do a word origin search. Please hold.
You are listening to ADHD Big Brother, the podcast for adults struggling with their ADHD and their comorbid depression or anxiety. I'm your host, Russ Jones. I'm your ADHD Big Brother. I am an ADHD coach. I also have ADHD and depression. It is craptastic. So let's learn some stuff. Let's laugh at some stuff. And ladies and gentlemen,
Okay,
here's
malarkey. Not as exciting as I thought. The origin of malarkey is unknown, though it emerged in the United States around the 1920s, and it was popularized by the Irish-American cartoonist T.A. Dorgan. Classic Dorgan. Get out your Ouija boards, and we've got to dig up the spirit of T.A. Dorgan. Where did you come up with this? I'd be interested to see that cartoon. I have a feeling that there was some malarkey involved. All right, guys, welcome to the podcast. Oh, we're in it now. We are in it now. It's the holidays. We got to get through this together. So much extra stuff is happening, and it is so... it really pulls at the executive function juice machine. The amount of tasks that are added and the routines that are destroyed, they're gone, man. They're gone. All right, let's start with the mental health report, though. This is where I act like you're my doctor, and I share what's going on in my school spaghetti. Because we got to normalize it. Not just me talking about my school spaghetti. We have to normalize it in general, globally, as a whole. We all got to do it. We got to talk about the good stuff, the bad stuff, and the weird stuff. And I guess I'll go first. Sure, why not? The past week, I think I've been okay. It's been pretty good. I had one weird night that I will mention because it was a bizarro one. I randomly couldn't sleep, and I randomly had this awful anxiety. Just lots of horrible what-ifing. Not my favorite. I'm not a Doom enthusiast. I don't like playing in that sandbox. But this brain of mine, she goes where she goes, I guess. So I just have to buckle up and enjoy that catastrophizing ride. But, no biggie. I got through the night, slept, watched an episode of Severance, and we got through it. So that's me. How about you? How are you doing? Reach out and let me know. So let me talk about ADHD Big Brother membership stuff, because for ADHD Big Brother, I would like to give a quick shout out to Dave. What's up, Dave? How you doing? What if that was it? I just want to say hi, Dave. Hey, man. How you doing, buddy? We have a member at ADHD Big Brother. His name is Dave. No last names here to protect the innocent. He is a severed employee. He is a severed employee. And his innie has just reached a milestone. So he gets a special waffle party. So random that show is. I have the show Severance in my brain. So it's going to make no sense to everybody else. But you know what? To you Severance fans, oh yeah, you get me. You know exactly what I'm saying. I'm going to roll out a tray with a watermelon shaped like Dave's face, and I give everyone a 5-minute dance break before we go back to the mysterious but important work of finishing off Cold Harbor. What the fuck is that show even about? I love it. Okay. But this is about Dave. You know what he did? He just hit 500 days in a row in our daily accountability club. What does that mean? What do you mean? What does that mean? What do I mean? What do you mean? What does that mean? Okay, listen. Hold on. This is what it is. It means that Dave showed up every single day for 500 days so far and said a thing that he commits to getting done that day. And then he did that thing. And if you stick around to the end of the podcast, he wrote an epic tale of what it takes to get to 500 that I'm going to read for you. It's epic and it totally juices me up. So I'm going to share it with you. That will be at the end of the podcast. But oh my gosh, 500 days in a row. Was it the same thing every day? No. Good question. No, it's not. It can be different every day for us. It can also be, if life is stressful, there's a lot going on. It can be as simple as just logging in and posting, like just showing up. He showed up to the process every day. That is some mudfudging consistency. So super shout out to Dave. We have built an engine that helps adults with ADHD to grow consistency in themselves, to become consistent. I'm a hardcore advocate for consistency and what it takes to become consistent. I don't know if you can tell, I'm double down, triple downing on it. That's why I'm saying the word so many times. Consistency doesn't mean that you do the thing every single day. It's that you consistently show up for yourself every single day. What can you do consistently on your worst day? It might just be showing up. What's the bare minimum that you could do every single day? A lot of people out there, I get it. There's that whole persistence push, right? They choose the word persistence over consistency. It's basically a synonym. But I think people feel like a person is either consistent or they're inconsistent. So if I fuck up one day, then that means the streak is broken and I suck and I failed and I guess I'm not consistent. Persistence, though, basically says that I fail. I'm failing. I know that I'm failing. I knew it could happen because you can't persist unless you're struggling. It's an effort to be made as a reaction to struggling. And that does not sound fun or uplifting to me at all. I'm going to persist. Adversity. Grr. Consistency sometimes gets vilified, I think. Because why? Because we don't want the pressure of doing something consistently. Because it's sort of like, I don't know, some sort of black and white, all or nothing. I do it perfectly every day or it doesn't count. Like it reeks of failing and, there's too much failure in that. I don't know. I personally don't like the word persistent. I find it annoying and it sounds like a fucking bank that won't stop leaving me voicemails. I don't want to hear about the loan that I'm pre-approved for that I never asked for. But goddamn, are they persistent? Persistence, I think, is reactive. It's the reaction to failure, right? How do you react to it? Like it's even though failure, I'm going to try again and again and again. I still failed. I still sucked at the thing, but I'm going to persist. I don't like that. Sounds painful. Sounds awful. Consistency to me is just a better word. I like it. I don't like that we're vilifying it. It's the structure we're going for. That's what we need, right? It's the person I'd like to become. And it's easy, especially in community. Got it. ADHD brother, we have it teed up for you. You just need to grab it. Consistency, it's a choice that you already made. It's the structure that you're building for yourself. It's the scaffolding. Like here's an example, right? We're going to wake up every morning at 6:30 a.m. That's my consistency. That's the consistency that I want. I'm a person that wakes up at 6:30 a.m. every morning. So we consistently wake up at 6:30. Makes it easier. Great. Plan for it. Prepare for it. But hey, now I'm a person that consistently wakes up at 6:30 a.m. Not really. What do we do when we don't do it? So before we write ourselves off as complete losers who can't form any habits or routines, why not be consistently curious and ask ourselves as a person who consistently wakes up at 6:30 a.m., what got in the way this morning that I can iterate or solve so that I can ensure what happened this morning doesn't happen again tomorrow morning? Because I'm a person that consistently gets up at 6:30 a.m. Maybe we say, maybe we say I'm going to go to bed earlier. Great. Let's give it a try. Is that what a person that consistently wakes up at 6:30 a.m. does? Great. Let's go for it. It's so much easier to talk about it as like that we believe in ourselves, right? And so we are this thing and we're off the rails. How do we put ourselves back on the rails? Really, there's failure no matter what. That's the freaking rub of it all, right? There's no every single time, all the time. Dave is at 500 days. Before this streak, he had some flubs, but now he's over a year. Was he inconsistent? I don't know. I don't see it like that. We also have Stephanie. Stephanie's at almost 2 years. They're our dream team people. I'm at 138 days of this. What? Well, you going to say something? I'm not consistent? I'll have you know, I have reached school spaghetti mastery 3 times already. That's 100 days in a row of doing what I said. You know what it also means? It means I fucked up 3 times. At least I've actually screwed up more than 3 times. Shit happens, you guys. I am a consistent son of a bitch who misses occasionally. Yeah, maybe I forgot what I posted, what I was going to do, and I didn't put the necessary scaffolding in place. Big deal. I consistently showed up every day. And I'm happy to talk about the shame I feel because I messed up and declare what's the scaffolding that I'm going to put in place. I think I'm trying to just devil's advocate the whole persistence, consistency thing. I always go with the opposite anyway. So it's like, which side of failure do we want to get on? Are we going to be consistently curious? Are we going to consistently show up for ourselves every day? Or are we going to be persistent and we're going to keep trying and keep trying? I mean, that's literally what we're doing. It's easier in a group. I will add that in our daily accountability, people consistently show up and they might post day 1, 5 days in a row. They are making a consistent effort at getting to day 2. Are they persistent? Yes. Are they consistent? Also, yes. So which word are you going to use? Which word is going to get you to show up for yourself every single day? Whatever gets you to do the thing, not what's going to give you an out. If there's any means, like if there's any loophole to not do a thing, the brain is just going to jump through that so fast. The brain is looking for any reason not to do the thing. Maybe that's why I don't resonate with persistence, because that to me, it's a great reason to not do a thing today. Because I'll just go after it tomorrow because I'm persistent. But man, I'm like, I don't know. Why not feel the shame and the anger and the frustration of not doing the thing? Make something of that. Admit it out loud. That's what we do. Nobody gives a shit that we're back at day 1 on our day streak. It's just us. We're embarrassed. Everybody else is like, day 1, let's go. What are you going to do different? Whatever this process is for you, persistent or consistent, it involves staying and facing and accepting it. Being open to receiving encouragement and support, and being vulnerable enough to admit when we missed, and being self-aware enough to talk about the obstacle in the way. It has to be more than I'm just going to try again. So which word gets you moving? Is it either of them? Neither of them? What's your word? Stick-to-itiveness? What do you like? Gumption? Tenacity? What makes you sticky to the task? Here's my challenge for you. Pick a thing that you want to be consistent with. Systems, routines, habits. What is it? What do you want to do? What do you want to consistently be consistent with? And when you have that, I challenge you to consistently be curious about it on your journey to be consistent with it. Make non-judgmental decisions about it. What's working? What's not working? What are you going to do next time? What are you going to try next time? And use all the ADHD tools that we talk about, right? That you read about, that you learn about, that you implement them to do that thing. And if you need help with any of this stuff, reach out. Grab the free resources off the website. Links in the show notes. That's what we're doing daily at ADHD Big Brother. We're here for the doings of the things. Okay, as promised, here is Dave's epic tale. I had reached out to him. I was like, hey, Dave, I'm going to do a shout out on the podcast. Could you maybe give me a few sentences to talk about a daily accountability and like how you got to 500? He sent me the coolest. This is super inspiring. So I'm just going to read the whole thing, no edits. And here it is. This is Dave's letter. As Russ often says, we all know what we need to do, maybe even what we want to do and what matters most to us. And yet we're still not doing it. Or we do it in quick bursts of energy, enthusiasm, but then somehow it fades away. It always seems to fade away. We speak in hushed tones about the holy grail of consistency, of being someone that can be counted on by others and by ourselves. Enter accountability, daily accountability. It is a simple idea and doesn't seem like it will amount to much in the long term. There's so much to do, so many things, so much it's overwhelming. How can one piddly little thing make any difference? But then you do it and you get a few days and you're all psyched about it. And then you don't do it a day and you realize that your first few days, I was just another shiny thing and you were running on adrenaline. So you start to get smarter about what you promise, something that moves the needle but doesn't leave you overextended and burnt out. And each day you see many others like you doing the best they can and succeeding and failing and then getting back up the next day to try again with some new insight or reminder gained and new ideas to share. And this inspires you further to figure out, how can I remember to post each day? How can I remember to check what I said I was going to do or that I even made a promise in the first place? How do I promise things in a way that I'm genuinely moving the needle, but also leaving room for the unexpected? These are all things you only learn by trying them out in your real life right now, at your best, at your worst. Some days you rock it. Some days are forgettable or disappointing, but each day you show up. And slowly, over time, showing up becomes part of your daily routine. It's like getting dressed or having breakfast. It's not always easy, but next thing you know, you have a streak. And even though our brains and motivation may be all over the place, from the outside eye, we are consistent. I cannot stress enough how much being in the community has helped me to be motivated to live with more intention and be more mindful about what I'm choosing to do and how much energy I have to give. Learning that there is no static, perfect system that will solve all our problems, but an ever-evolving one that will grow and change with us. And even if you miss a day and the streak ends, it's fine. The difference between showing up 90% of the time and 10 to 15% of the time is monumental. You won't even recognize yourself. And you see all these other wonderful creative people making small changes and sharing great ideas and slowly getting more and more consistent with themselves. It is a truly supportive and inspiring place that makes a real difference. That is from 500 Day in a Row Dave. Holy balls. That completely gets me juiced up. I love this community. I love what we're doing in there. He makes me want to get to 500 days. This is so cool. Oh, man. Come get some of this, guys, if you want it. I just did the math when I was writing this, and it's going to take me a year to get to Dave's level of 500 days. If I don't mess up, will I make it? I don't fucking know. That's too big to think about. But what I do know is I will consistently show up. And who knows? I might reach a 500-day badge in the community. Guy can dream. What will you consistently do? And I hope it has something to do with showing up for yourself. All right. As always, reach out if you guys need that extra support. And if you're getting value out of this, maybe consider leaving a review on your podcast platform. Be like, I'm into persistence. This guy's full of shit. Whatever. That would be cool. Or share this episode with your socials or with your friends. And I would really appreciate that. And with that, I hope you have a fantastic week. And I shall talk to you later.